Be like, yeah, like, you go, girl, or boy, if you're a boy. Pat yourself on the back, like literally pat yourself on the back. Like walk through the gym and be like, good job, Kaylee, you came to the gym today. What? Yeah, totally. People are... Hey guys, Kaylee here. Today I want to talk with you guys about how to feel confident in the gym or in a studio or just in general when you're first starting out a workout program. I know how difficult it can be to build up that confidence if you're putting yourself in a vulnerable situation and you're trying something new. Like let's say you say, I'm gonna try Pilates. So you go to a Pilates reformer class and there's, 10 other girls in the class who look all sculpted and they've been doing this for years, and you walk in there and you're like, what the heck? I'm not as good looking as these girls. I know nothing about Pilates, and it just makes you want to quit. Or maybe you go to a gym and you say, you know what, I'm gonna start a weightlifting program. And you get to the gym and you realize that there are all these big dudes who have tons of muscle and girls who curl their hair and put their makeup on when they go to the gym, which I don't understand, by the way, but that's another topic. And you walk in there and you're, maybe a little squishier, not as toned as them, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you walk into the gym, you look at your phone and your trainer sent you a program and it says squats. And you go, okay, I gotta go to the squat rack. And you walk over to the squat rack and there's all these people who, it just feels like everyone's looking at you and everyone knows like this person doesn't know what they're doing. It can be super intimidating. It makes you wanna go run on the treadmill or run to the treadmill and walk on it for 30 minutes as opposed to doing weightlifting. This is not good. And it's not your fault. And I think that those are two big things that you have to identify before you can move forward. Okay, so in order for you to feel more confident in the gym when you're starting a new workout program, the first thing you need to do is do some self-reflection. What do I mean by this? So essentially what you need to do is put yourself in those uncomfortable situations. Tell yourself, okay, I feel really self-conscious when I go to the gym. So I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna go into the weight room where I feel most vulnerable. And I'm just gonna stand there for 3 to 5 minutes. Maybe walk around so you don't look like you're stalking anybody. But just be in that space that causes you that uncomfortable, self-conscious feeling. Then, once you're there, once you're present in that space, and I should say, you can do this and you can visualize this too. So you can like lay down on your bed and visualize yourself at the gym. I personally think that it works better if you're actually in that environment, but maybe you don't have access to that. So either imagine that you're there or actually be there. And once you are there in that space, let yourself feel those feelings. Let yourself feel those self-conscious, anxious, shortness of breath, cold sweat feelings that we all get when we're feeling self-conscious. We all get when we're feeling vulnerable. Let yourself feel those and then identify it. Say, I'm feeling a shortness of breath. Write it down. That's why I did this. Write it down. Write down, I'm feeling shortness of breath. My heart rate is increased. I feel like everyone is staring at me. I'm kind of shaking, any physical things that are going on, any self-talk that you're giving yourself. So if you're telling yourself you're not good enough, you're too fat to be here, you're not as strong as that person, whatever, write that stuff down. Then I want you to look at those things that you wrote down and the things that you're feeling and try to figure out why. So if I went into a weight room and I saw a bunch of really good looking people who were all skinnier than me, if I said, oh my gosh, you're so fat. Okay, why am I feeling that way? This kind of opens up a can of worms, because once you put yourself in that situation and once you actually figure out what it is that is causing that anxiety, you kind of start to realize that it's not the other people that are causing the anxiety. They're triggering it, but that anxiety is actually caused by you. So if I go into a space where I look at a bunch of girls who are skinnier than me and I say, oh my gosh, I'm so fat, I'm not as skinny as them. That's not their doing. Like, they didn't do any of that. They might have like kind of stimulated my feeling this way, but really it comes from a deep-seated self-conscious feeling that I have personally inside me that says I'm not good enough because I'm fat. That's a huge can of worms to open. But once you can identify the fact that, you are the one that's causing yourself that pain, what I want you to do is just let it go. Okay, cool. I have anxiety, I have insomnia, and when people say like, just relax or just try to drink some tea before you go to bed, I want to punch them in the face, because I'm like, really? If I could do that, I would, but I can't. So I understand that by me saying, just let it go, it's kind of the same thing. So how do you let it go? Well, first I think now you should have at this point figured out a distinction between like the fact that this anxiety and this self-conscious feeling is not happening because of other people around you, it's happening because of you. And that's really empowering. Nobody else around me is going to make me feel bad. The only person that's making me feel bad right now is me. But the only person that I can control in this life is me. So I have control to change those behaviors, to change that self-talk that goes through my head, to change those anxious feelings. So if we go back to that example of I'm overweight and I need to lose weight, so I'm gonna go to the gym, but I feel self-conscious in the gym because there's other people around me who are skinnier than me. Okay, well, now we've just addressed the fact that those other people around you, they don't really care about you. They don't care what you're doing, they care what they're doing. And that's typically what happens when you go into a gym. Now that we've distinguished that, you have control to change your thought process. So you've already at this point made this step, made this first initial step. That's the hardest one to make, mind you. But you've made this step to make a change in your life, right? You want to lose weight. But it's more than that. What you've identified is that it's not just the weight, but it's the fact that you don't feel good about yourself. So then the question becomes, how do you change your attitude, change your self-talk? How do you love yourself? How do you feel good about yourself? Because you have to feel confident in yourself. You have to feel good about yourself before any of the physical changes happen. Before you get stronger, before you build muscle, before you get bigger, before you get smaller, or all those things that we put on ourselves as these external goals, you have to be confident in yourself first. So whenever you get yourself into those situations, if you want to lose weight, you go to the gym, you go into the weight room, and you start to have those thoughts, right? You say, oh, I'm so fat. Stop yourself. Say, stop. What are you doing? Like, yeah, okay, sure, you're 20 pounds overweight. You need to lose weight. Who doesn't nowadays? But say, okay, cool, yeah, I need to lose weight. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm at the gym. So then you can be like, yeah, like I made a really good decision today to choose not to sit on the couch and eat Oreos, but instead to choose to go to the gym and do something about it. And then start to feel empowered. Be like, yeah, like you go girl or boy, if you're a boy, pat yourself on the back, like literally pat yourself on the back, like walk through the gym and be like, good job, Kaylee, you came to the gym today. What? Yeah, totally. People are gonna look at you like you're weird, but that's okay. They do that to me all the time, but whatever. But be proud of the fact that you took one step. You took one step to loving yourself again. Any action that you make that is positively affecting you and positively affecting your health and your body should be empowered. You should feel so good about yourself because you just went out for a 20-minute walk or you decided to try a new Pilates class. Like that should be so great. And the amazing thing is that once you kind of shift that mindset and say, you know what, I'm not going to beat myself up when I'm in the gym. I'm not going to beat myself up at all, but especially when I'm in the gym, making those changes, making those positive steps towards a healthier me, then you kind of start to carry yourself differently and you kind of start to see that those people that are around you, again, they're not looking at you, they're not judging you, and in fact, they're probably going to look at you and kind of like give you a little nod and be like, yeah, good job for coming into the gym at 5:30 this morning. Or, you kind of start to build camaraderie with those people that previously you thought were judging you. So that's a big way that I found confidence in trying a new workout program and in going to the gym. It's mainly just the fact that I identified those feelings that I was having and that self-talk that I was having. I let myself feel those things, but then I stopped myself and I was like, hold up, let's change this verbiage a little bit. And actually, I started to be confident and empower myself. And then lastly, I started to force myself to see things differently, to see things from a different perspective, and to understand that nobody really cares about me. And not to say that no one cares about you, but I'm saying like, we're also focused on our own goal and our own problems, that we're not really looking towards other people to judge them. If there are people out there who do that, then you need to remove yourself from that situation. And there are tons of gyms and tons of studios and tons of workout programs, whether they be online or in person, where there's tons of like so many helpful, supportive people out there who, no matter what stage you're in, are ready to help you and support you and just like pat you on the, give you a little pat on the back, you know? They want to help you. So identify the feelings. Let yourself feel those feelings. Change your mindset. And then force yourself to be positive towards yourself. Because if you're positive towards yourself, that positivity will radiate through you. You will feel better about yourself and you'll be more inclined to go to the gym. It's okay if you're overweight. It's okay if you're not strong. And it's okay if you see people who are skinnier than you, or who are bigger than you, or who are stronger than you, or flexible than you, whatever. It's okay for you to see that, because that's where they are in their journey. You have to focus on where you are in your journey. That's the most important thing, and I think that's the biggest takeaway that I can give to you. Okay, I hope this helped. I will see you guys next time. Bye.